Hey James, thanks for coming in today.
Mark, thanks for having me. Well, as we discussed on the phone, I think we've got a great opportunity at Unishippers to move some freight for you.
Okay.
I think we might be able to save you some money, and wanted to just get to know the company a little bit better, kind of see what you guys are moving, volume-wise, and where it's going and everything else. So right now, we talked a little bit on the phone, but give me an idea. Where are we shipping? How frequency, things like that. What are we doing?
So a couple of weeks we're bringing stuff in from New Jersey and also from Iowa.
Okay.
We've got probably one of those shipments each a week, and then just some occasional outbound shipping that we're doing.
Okay. And the inbound stuff, that's you guys are picking up the tab on that? Are they building that into
Yeah.
the cost?
Yeah, we just give them routing instructions, and they ship it the way we want them to.
Okay. And you must keep an eye on it, make sure it's all right. And I understand you said you're using a 3PL right now for that sort of thing. So do you just contact them when something happens? Does the vendor contact them? Just kind of give me an idea of how's that all happen?
They contact our 3PL directly,
Okay.
and the 3PL takes care of all of it for us,
Gotcha.
so we don't have to get involved.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then that's the same thing for the outbound. Your shipping department is getting in touch with the 3PL to set up the outbound shipments.
We go online and just create the shipment online.
So you're doing it yourself?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. That sounds very similar to the setup that we would have to offer you. What we would be able to get into and what we generally can offer our customers is a reduction in costs. And I know at the end of the day, it comes down to dollars and cents. And taking a look quickly at some of the stuff that you're doing, I think that Unishippers would be able to help you. And some of the carriers that you've been using, we do have some common ground with. We use them as well, and we've been getting some great rates for similar customers such as yourself with those lanes.
Okay.
Now, beyond the dollars and cents, I think customer service is obviously an important part of any business relationship. And I'm not going to ask you to badmouth or anything of the current 3PL you're using, but just to come from where I'm from, I started in operations at Unishippers, and my background is actually the moving of the freight. So I can speak for the people that are in that office, and for our franchise in particular, we do a fantastic job of getting them up to speed on best practices, understanding freight, understanding class, and how things should be moved, and the best way to avoid getting things reweighed, reclassed, additional fees that you weren't expecting, and then all of a sudden, after you've quoted something out or prepared for a certain cost, all of a sudden you get whacked with some fees. So we try to be as proactive as possible with avoiding all that, and at the end of the day, that's another way we can save you some money on that bottom line.
Okay.
Now, in years past, have you run into specific problems with things getting reclassed, or any lanes in particular you've had trouble with?
But our 3PL, generally just takes care of that. I mean, it's the same stuff that over and over again. So
Mhm.
occasionally we'll have a reweigh or a reclass,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not that frequent.
Okay.
It's pretty basic.
And how's everything with making appointments on time? Do you have a lot of stuff that's expedited where you need to get it there within a certain time frame? Is it pretty much just standard ground?
Yeah, we do occasionally. So I mean, towards the end of the month or maybe the end of the quarter, we'll
Sure.
have something that we need to expedite. But
Mm-hmm.
then we'll talk to the 3PL about it. They'll take care of it,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll help us on that front.
Perfect. Well, that's good. And again, it sounds like something very similar to the services that we'd be able to offer you at Unishippers. Beyond that, again, it comes down to like I said, the dollars and cents and a reduction in costs. And if we can offer you the same, if not better, customer service and routing and everything else at a decreased cost, then I think it's a no-brainer. It'd be a great fit for your company. I mean, I really do look for fit. If you're not shipping or you're not a company that ships the right material for us, or I don't want to say this, some companies just aren't a fit for one another. And when I bring on a customer to our franchise, I look for a company that's going to be a good fit mutually. That I can offer you a service, offer you a reduction in costs, bring something to the table to offer you, and in return, you're going to be providing us with a great opportunity for moving some freight. And taking a look at this relationship, I think it would be a great fit for both sides.
Well, we've been using this 3PL for 4 or 5 years.
Mhm.
We have a high level of comfort with them,
Mhm.
and we don't know you guys at all. I'm concerned about the quality of service. I know you're telling me that the service is gonna be great, but I'm concerned about making a switch and disrupting our supply chain, our flow.
Sure. No, it's understandable. You don't want to, jump the ship or something like that. But at the end of the day, again, it comes down to the bottom line, and
But at the same time, if,
Mhm.
we're saving a little bit of money
Mhm.
and, things go wrong, then that's gonna cost us a lot more in the long run.
Absolutely. And you wouldn't be the first company that we've switched on board from another 3PL. You won't be the last. And that's something that we've gotten experience doing, understanding that companies are active, they're moving, they're shipping things, they're making product. They can't have a sudden halt in production because they're switching freight carriers or switching logistics companies. So that's something we have to be very proactive in working out the fine details up front as much as possible. So when that decision is made and the switch is made, it's going to be as smooth as it possibly can be. And that's something where myself being the sales rep, I can also get someone from the ops side to come out, meet with your shipping department, kind of so you understand who you're going to be working with, and we can get a little bit more hands-on that way. So you get a face-to-face, understand our operations, we can understand your operations. So again, when that switch is made, it can be as seamless as possible.
Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll probably talk to our shipper and our receiver here, just get some input from them, because I know that they deal with that 3PL quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and and see if there's anything that I'm missing, and then we can get back to you.
Okay. Now, I understand that you'd be the financial decision maker in terms of everything here, and that's generally who I work with. I do also like to meet the shipping people and everything to get their take from it. But sometimes you do have to be cautious of the guys in the shipping department might have a comfort level or a relationship with someone, and they might not have the interest of the company as in the forefront of their mind. So sometimes they just want to keep the status quo, whereas it could be a better decision for the company as a whole to move on to another company and potentially see some reduced costs or improved services, things like that. So
Okay, well, why don't we, I'll have that conversation with them, and
Mhm.
then we can talk more about it. Sound good?
yeah, that sounds fine with me. When would you potentially be meeting with them?
I'll go talk to them later on today.
Okay.
To see if they've got any input in terms of what our current 3PL is doing, and then also be able to talk to our current 3PL, to see if where they can come in on price too.
Mm-hmm. So, is that something you do frequently? Have you worked with them to negotiate at all in terms of your
No,
rates there?
we haven't talked pricing with them since we started 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We've just used their services, and they initially did a proposal, and we've just been shipping with them.
Sure. Understood. Okay. It's definitely, it sounds like, again, you're understanding the benefits that we can be bringing to the table, and understanding that it could be a wise move to go with a different company for your shipping needs. And I would love to potentially meet with the shipping folks, kind of get on their side, see if I can answer any questions or smooth over any concerns that they might have moving to a different company. They probably have similar concerns that you have about all of a sudden switching over to another logistics company in motion. It can be sort of concerning. So I'll have a chance to meet with them as well,
Okay.
and iron out any potential concerns that they might have. So.
Okay, well, I'll talk to them today, and then we'll see if we can take care of that.
Yeah,
Does that sound good?
that sounds good.
All right, thanks, James.
Thank you, Mark.